Hello, I'm Dr. Frank Wildman, the creator of the Change Your Age program. And I'm here to tell you that I've turned back the clock. I'm growing younger, and so can you. The Change Your Age program is a revolutionary new approach to healthy aging and mind-body fitness for baby boomers. This movement-based program weaves cognitive challenges that will keep both your brain and your body youthful. The Change Your Age program leverages new and unusual movements to help generate new brain cells. This program is designed with neuroplasticity in mind. Let me dispel a myth about strength and flexibility. You can be stronger with bad habits and hurt yourself even more. You can also be more flexible and stretch, but not improve your dexterity or your coordination at all. For example, if you wanted to improve how well you can play the piano or use your hands in any way, it would not improve your dexterity or coordination to squeeze a ball 100 times a day for strength, or stretching your fingers every day for flexibility. You would not play the piano any better. So, what's the real secret to healthy aging? The key that unlocks your abilities in the Change Your Age program is the ability to regain lost coordination. The quality of your movement isn't something we can measure so easily like strength or speed, but you can improve how smoothly and fluidly you move. You can learn to be more graceful by learning coordination. Change Your Age is not about becoming bigger and stronger and faster. The goal of Change Your Age is to help you become more graceful and more coordinated. By relearning greater coordination, you will unlock the way you moved when you were very young. I created the Change Your Age program based on 40 years of experience in the fields of dance, movement sciences, psychology, biology, and gerontology. My most influential mentor was Dr. Michel Feldenkrais, perhaps the greatest movement scientist of the 20th century. I became the first educational director of Feldenkrais professional training programs after his death in 1984, and created training programs worldwide. I've applied these ideas in clinical settings, working one-on-one with people, as well as with large groups to address every possible kind of physical limitation and to enhance and develop the mind-body connection. I'm honored to apply my years of study, observation, and experience to the Change Your Age program. I consider it a public service. The Change Your Age program tackles the challenge of regaining the coordination that you've lost and the skills that went with it in 3 unique ways. The first, this program requires you to use your brain to move in new ways. By weaving cognitive challenges with movement, in essence, your brain becomes the core of your strength, your stability, your mobility, your balance, your timing, all the things that pertain to good movement. The second unique feature, Change Your Age unlocks your senses. When you sense and feel more clearly how you're performing your movements, you'll be able to regain mobility that you lost years ago. Activities that you think are beyond you now will become possible once again. And finally, a third key feature found in Change Your Age is the use of developmental movements from childhood for the first time applied to adults. You remember back when we learned to move in so many new ways and so quickly? Back when we moved for the pure joy of moving. And nothing will feel better than recapturing the joy of movement. Remember for a moment when you were a small child? You had to learn to move. In fact, it was one of your most important jobs. Now you're going to relearn how to move properly because it's one of the most important ways to age with grace and strength. To survive as infants and children, we must learn to lift our heads, push up our chests, sit, crawl, walk, jump, skip, and run. Once we learn these increasingly complex movements, many of us stop the learning process, and our movements become habituated, often in ways that put stress on our bodies or that become rigidified and locked in over time. What makes a person old? Some people think it's wrinkles and others say it's stodgy attitudes. But I think, really, the culprit is our ineffective and often damaging movement habits. The habits that you may have at the age of 40, 50, or beyond will reappear as more difficult habits as you turn 60, 70, or 80 and beyond. When you think about it, the older we are, the more decades we've had to practice ineffective movement habits. The good news is that bad movement habits aren't that hard to break. And once you learn to move in more natural ways, you'll appreciate the freedom and lack of pain, stress, and even fear. The great news is that with the Change Your Age program, we can learn new habits that make our bodies and minds more agile and more fit. We can learn to youthify our movements to the point where people will look at you and ask, "What have you done? You look younger to me." When we unlearn stressful old habits and create new, more effective ones, we make our bodies and minds younger, stronger, and more flexible. In essence, we can create a more youthful and intelligent body at any age. You won't live in fear of losing your balance or suffering a nasty fall that could result in a hospital stay or broken bones. And you'll stride more confidently through challenges in your life. Many of you might like to play ball with your kids and grandchildren, and I bet you'd like to play ball the way you used to. But every time you raise your arm and shoulder, you get that old rotator cuff injury hurting you. And so you just stop doing it. It hurts too much. In fact, it starts to hurt too much just to reach for an upper shelf. So you start to ask others to do it. Now that doesn't seem like a big deal, but it is. Suddenly, you've lost a bit of your independence. Perhaps you play tennis, emphasis on the past tense, or you used to swing a golf club, but now your clubs are collecting dust in the closet. Maybe you used to run and now you don't even walk. Are you spending most of your free time sitting in a chair? That's actually one of the worst things you could ever do to your body. Have you ever been a bit angry at your body for betraying you a bit as you age? Your body is not your enemy. It's just waiting for you to move in the way for which it was designed. With Change Your Age, many people return to the ball field again, move around their home and yard with much greater ease, and even return to sports that they had given up long ago. I've discovered how to keep myself, my clients, and my students all over the world more youthful as we age. Now I want to share this knowledge and this program with you. With Change Your Age, I hope to offer a true physical education system for baby boomers and anyone who wants to learn to move with more pleasure and more ease. When you move with ease, the world can still be your playground. Are you ready to change your age? Let's get moving.